Yeah, good evening, everyone. Well, tonight we're going to talk about the negative double. There are a lot of misconceptions about the negative double. Negative doubles are only by the opener and responder, not by the opposition. A lot of people think they can play it as opponents, but you cannot. The negative double only applies to opener and responder. It is an unlimited point count. There is no limit as to how many points you, the responder, have when the opponents come into the auction. The higher the people bid against you, the more points you require. But there is no limit. It's 6 points up. But just remember, the higher you go, the more points you're going to need. So tonight I'm going to load the hand number 2, and we're going to discuss the negative double on hand number 2. So that's what we're going to do. And then you'll ask me any questions you wish. Pass by east. 1 diamond by south. We bid our lowest 4-card minor. And now we have 6-5. There are 2 ways of bidding 6-5 over a diamond, but the majority of the people really want a club lead. So they will bid 2 clubs because that's the suit you really want to get in the action. If your suit wasn't as good as that, you could play the unusual no trump of 2 no trump, showing the lower 2 suits, clubs and hearts, if you want to show 10 cards. But with a bad heart suit and a good club suit, I'd much rather bid the club suit. Now, North has a problem. Remember, negative doubles are unlimited in point count. You can have 20 points in your hand. The most important thing is we need to show a 4-card major. We do not guarantee 2 4-card majors at the 2 level, but we do at the 1 level. If the bidding went 1 club, 1 diamond, a double guarantees 4-4 in the majors, but not once they bid at the 2 level. You must double because you want to get the suits in. So let's go for it. So you make a negative double. Well, partner, I've got maybe hearts, maybe spades. Pass by east. And now you, the opener, are going to bid the limit of your hand. If you've got a minimum hand, you're going to bid 2 spades. If you've got a medium hand, you'll jump to 3 spades. But now it's going to go pass. You could bid 3 clubs again to show a 6-card suit. Some people want to bid 3 clubs to show 6. I usually show 6 the first time. I don't bid at the 2 level on 5-card suit. But that's my style. Everyone has a different style. And now you're going to bid 4 spades. You've got an opening hand opposite an opening hand, and we have an 8-card major suit fit. Very, very important that you get to game. Are there any questions on this negative double? Please ask me while we're busy looking at it at the moment. Any questions? We guarantee the major, not necessarily the other minor. Could have both majors. We bid both minors. So we just have not sure yet where we're going. No questions? All right.
Linda, can you show us how to make that?
Yeah, I'm going to show you now.
Okay, thanks.
Let's look at the hand together. They leave the ace of clubs, and we look at our losers. In our hand, we're looking at 3 club losers. Dummy's only got 2. We could afford to ruff a 3rd club with the jack of spades. After all, we've got the ace, the king, and the queen. In the heart suit, we've got no losers. We have king doubleton, opposite ace, queen, and 1. So we've got 2 club losers. In the diamond suit, let's look at the diamond suit. We have a 4-4 fit. We're hoping that the diamonds will break 3 and 2. But if they don't, we've always got a safety play of the 10. The 10 of diamonds creates a finesse. So I always look at the intermediate cards. So let's watch what happens on the lead of the ace of clubs. It goes 7 of clubs, 10 of clubs to show a doubleton. Then you play the king. And our partner's telling you, I have only 2 clubs, partner. And now you're going to play another club. And the club you're going to play, it doesn't matter which one you play. You play the lowest one, not the jack, because you want a diamond back. You don't want a heart back. But you must ruff with the jack of spades, because you know they're going to over ruff. And they'll throw away a heart. Now we can get rid of 1 diamond on the 3rd heart. So now we've lost 2 tricks. If the spades behave, I can make this contract, because my 3rd heart will take care of 1 diamond. So what I need to do is the following. Do you see that 9 of spades? It's a very important card. If the left hand has 4 to the 10, I'm never going to make it. But if my right hand has 4 to the 10, I can always do a finesse of the 9. So what I do is I do a safety play to 2 honors first. Then I go to the high card from the short side. And now when they show out, I understand the whole hand. Now I can finesse the 10 with the queen 9. I've created a finesse. And I'm going to draw the last trump. Don't be scared of drawing the last trump. You're in control. Now play the king of hearts, the high card from the short side first. Then another heart to the ace. And the queen of hearts. I can throw away a diamond. Now I'm going to play the king of diamonds. I've got no more trumps left. I'm not taking a chance. I've lost 2 tricks. I'm going to put up the ace. And now I make the hand. And all I do is give you 1 diamond. Was that easy? Or was that hard? Tell me, you asked me about the hand, how to make it. You got to ruff the 3rd club with the jack of spades. And then the queen 9 creates a finesse of the 10 if they don't break. So when you're in a 4-4 fit, it's very hard. The hand you usually set up is the hand with the longer trumps. Are there any questions on this hand? The negative double is very important.
So I'm stuck on this. If it's at the 2 level, you can double when both minors, when they're 2 unbid majors, but only have 1.
You don't promise both majors at the 2 level. And the higher partner goes, let's say partner bids 3 clubs. The more points you need. You don't promise both majors. It just shows cards and says I have 1 or 2 4-card majors. And that's how you bid it. Okay?
Linda, when you're down to the diamonds at the end, what's the strategy of leading the king rather than leading low to the ace and then low to the king?
Because I've got the 10. The 10 creates a finesse, ace 10.
Okay.
That's important if you're stuck.
Okay.
I always look for where I could create a finesse.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
I want to show you one more question, which you haven't asked me. What happens if partner south bids hearts and not spades? We don't have a club stopper. So north would have to do something else. And that's called the Western Q bid. Let's go back to the bidding. I open a diamond. They bid 2 clubs. North doubles. And it goes pass. And let's say that south switch the spades and hearts around. Bids 2 hearts. Well, you don't have 4 hearts. You have 4 spades. How do we get to game? By bidding their suit, 3 clubs. Partner, I need a club stopper. Have you got a club stopper? That's called the Western Cubit, which we did last year. I'm just showing it to you the other way around. We don't always have both majors. Okay? Any other questions?
So is North's ability to double also predicated on the fact that they have 4 diamonds?
No, they don't have to have 4 diamonds.
So
The main thing is to get across the majors. The negative
Right.
double just shows values and wants to get across the majors. That's the most important thing. It's unlimited in points. You can have 20 points in your hand. But you never want to lose the 4-card major. And we're not allowed to bid a 4-card major at the 2 level. That's the bottom line.
Please. What? Don't hurt yourself. I'm fine.
Okay, someone, I'll have to mute somebody. Let me try and mute you all. I might have to mute you. Have they muted themselves? Oh, they have. Okay. All right, we're going to look at hand number 4. Hand number 4. The dealer is West, and West opens a diamond, the longest minor. And now North is going to bid 2 clubs. That's a nice 6-card suit, at least 2 of the top honors. And now we have the same problem. We've got 1 major, but not both majors. We have to learn to make a double, a negative double. You don't guarantee both majors. You've got values, but you're not sure which major partner's got. Okay, I'll have to silence you all. Hold on a moment. Let me get into participants and mute you all. There you go. All right. Okay, I've muted everyone. If you want to talk to me, you'd have to unmute yourself because I hear someone shouting in the background. All right, so we double. And it doesn't promise spades and hearts. It could have, but it doesn't have to. And now you're going to look at this lousy hand, and I don't think you want to raise clubs with this hand. You literally have 2 points. So I would pass. And now you would bid 2 hearts, the lower of the 2 suits, because you're not sure whether partner has spades or hearts or both. You're not sure which one partner's got. And it goes pass. And now you are going to upgrade your 10 high card points. You have what's called a double fit, F-I-T. When you fit in 2 suits, your hand becomes so strong. So you don't really have 12 high card points with distribution. When you fit in 2 suits, all the cards are working together. You should bid 4 hearts immediately. And it will go pass, pass, pass. Now, I want to talk about leads. When I have an outside ace king, I like to look at the dummy before I play my king of clubs. I like to get a feeling of what my partner will tell me what to do. So some people leave the king of clubs, others will leave the ace of spades to show the king. I leave the ace to look at dummy, and looking at the dummy, I don't want to encourage spades. I'm going to play the 4. Now, you, North, do not know where the queen of spades is. So you cannot play another spade, because if West has the queen of spades and you play another spade, they could throw away a club on the queen of spades, and we don't know how many clubs West holds. So while we control the spade suit, you switch to the king of clubs. And you have a double fit. You've got a few spade losers. But which is the master hand? You're in a 4-4 fit. Think about it, everybody. You're in a 4-4 fit. You have a 5-4 fit. We have a spade loser. We have no club losers. We could always ruff a club. So the hand we really want to set up is the hand with the long diamonds. That's the master hand, okay? You're not going to ruff for nothing. We won the ace. We can always ruff the clubs later. So let's see how the hearts behave. And now you want to get to your hand. And you get the bad news. They've got 4 hearts. Wow. Well, we need to draw all the trumps and we can't ruff that club. So our only hope on this hand is if the diamonds behave. So we're not going to touch anything else now because there's 4 trumps out against us. So let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Once the queen falls, we're home and away. We know that all the diamonds are going to be good because we've got the jack and the king. So now we can afford to draw all the trumps. You have to. They've got 4 trumps. And now you're going to play a diamond. And then you're going to play the high card from the short side, so we don't block the diamond suit. And then you're going to play the 6 of diamonds. And then you're going to play the 5 of diamonds. And then whatever happens now, you'll give them the last 2 tricks. And that's it. And you got it all. There you go. And you make the hand. Are there any questions on this hand?
Could you post the PDF, please?
Could I do what?
Post the lesson in the chat.
Sure. I did earlier, but I'll do it again. Let me post it again for you.
Thank
And
you.
I'm going to tell you the hands that we're discussing tonight, so you can mark them. It's hand number 2, hand number 4, hand number 8, and hand number 9. Okay? All right, so now we want to get on to the next one.
Linda, what's the backup plan? Like if East,
What's the backup of what?
oh, well, if East doesn't have spades or hearts, they say they bid something else.
Well, the thing is this, that if you don't have what partner bids, you'll go back to diamonds.
Okay.
If partner doesn't
Okay.
have hearts, you've always got a tolerance for partner's first suit.
Okay.
So you don't have a problem. That's your backup.
So you have to have a backup bid, but that would be a good
Right.
one.
And the
Okay.
backup usually is no trump and you have a stopper in their suit, or you have the tolerance for their first suit.
Okay.
That's very important. Very, very important. Okay?
Yeah, because they're working tonight. Thank you.
Okay. All right, hand number 8. Negative doubles, according to a lot of the bridge teachers, say that out of all the conventions, this is one of the #1 conventions you need to learn. Because if you do not learn negative doubles, you're never going to be able to find the contract you'd normally find. Never. Because you don't have the points to always bid at the 2 level. You may be very weak with a long suit, and you still want to get across those 4-card suits or 5-card suits. And number 8 is one of the examples. So let's look at number 8, and I will show you how important the negative double is. On this particular hand, we're going to open the higher of 2 4-card minors. We're going to open 1 diamond. They're going to overcall 1 spade. An overcall of a spade promises a 5-card suit, not a 4-card suit, and at least 2 honors. Now, we do not have the points to bid 2 hearts. To bid at the 2 level, we need 11 or more points and a 5-card heart suit. But we don't want to lose that 5-card suit. So we make what's called a negative double. Partner, I guarantee you 4 or longer hearts. If it's longer, I don't have 11 points to bid at the 2 level. It's going to go past by south. And now when we make a negative double, we usually promise guaranteed the 4-card heart suit and sometimes the other minor. So you bid 2 clubs. That's the other minor. That's your hand. Diamonds and clubs. Pass by north. And now east does not like diamonds or clubs. And now sells out and says, hey, partner, I got my own 6-card heart suit. Please let me play in 2 hearts. And that's how we get to play in 2 hearts. And that is what I explain to everybody. A negative double allows us to get the suits in without the high card points. We do not have the high card points to bid 2 hearts over 1 spade. So we just double. It shows 4, but you could have 5, you could have 6. And we're going to play in 2 hearts. And the lead, of course, is the top of partner suit. Are there any questions on this bidding before we proceed?
Well, my partner bid 2 hearts right off, and that showed too much strength. We ended
It
up
shows
with 4
11 or
hearts,
more and a
right.
5-card suit. No
Right.
ways. And how did you go?
Ended up in 4 hearts then, because I bid 3 clubs over her 2 hearts, and then she bid 3 hearts. I was like, well, she must have at least 6, so I'm going to go to game because she showed 11 or 12.
Well, what can you do now?
Well, I was hard.
Okay, so you got
That's where
burned.
the
Okay.
double helps out. It helps like minimize expectations.
Exactly. It keeps the bidding, it keeps them in the loop, it keeps those suits in the loop, but you don't have to get too high. And that's why we need to play negative doubles. So we leave the top of a doubleton. And before we play, we say to ourselves, in the heart suit, I've got 2 losers, the ace and the king. In the spade suit, I have 3 losers. In the diamonds, I've got none. I have the ace king. And in the clubs, I've got none. But you never know what can happen at the bridge table. You want to see what can happen? I'll show you. You're going to go down. And I'll show you how. So partner shows 2. Because if partner had 3 spades to the queen, he wouldn't lead the queen, he'd lead a low one. He has no more. You play the ace. And now partner, you know the clubs are dead. Partner's going to throw away a low diamond. I'm not interested in diamonds. Or he can throw a low club. So throw a low diamond. You're not interested in that either. So now you have the situation. Well, partner's not interested in diamonds and partner's not interested in clubs. What can I do on this hand? My only hope is to try and produce an extra trick for my partner in the trump suit. So if I give a ruff and a discard, it doesn't matter. I'm going to play the 10 of spades. And now they have to ruff with the queen of hearts. Because if they don't ruff with the queen of hearts, the 6 and 3 of hearts are going to be beaten, right? And this is where you come into play. You're never over ruffing with a natural trump trick, the king. The king 9 may eventually become 2 tricks. So don't be in a hurry. A trick is a trick when it comes to you. Don't over ruff it. Throw away the 2 of clubs. And they'll throw away the 4 of clubs. Now you need to play the heart suit. So you're going to go to dummy with a diamond. And we learn to play towards our honors. Okay? You play a heart. And now partner has to decide what to do. You play low, second hand low, and you put in the jack. Well, now you're going to take the king, and you're going to play another diamond, and they're going to win the king. And now you're going to play another heart, and you're going to win the ace. And now, what is your only chance of getting partner to have an extra trick in hearts? You play the 5 of spades. And now it's called an uppercut. If they ruff with the 10, your 9 is good. If they ruff with the 8, your 9 is good. And now they're never going to make the contract. They're going to go down. Your 9 will become a trick. That's all because you never over ruffed with the queen of hearts. There's no rush. Your king will come. The 9 is a high card. And now they're going to go down. They're never going to make it. They've got no play for the hand. And now they're 1 down. The rest are yours. Are there any questions? Don't be in a hurry to over ruff when you've got a natural trump trick coming to you. That 9 is a very important card. You could make the king 9 over the jack 10. They ruff with the first one. You never know what can happen. Any questions? Don't overbid everybody. You cannot bid at the 2 level. Never. You don't have the high card points to warrant that. Okay? Anything else? All right, let's do the last hand, hand number 9. Negative doubles are terrific. They really are. It helps you to get to so many contracts. It's amazing. Oh, well, this is quite a lot of points. I think I've got 18. I have to open 1 club by North. And East is definitely going to overcall 1 heart. When I have 2 of the top honors, I like to show a 5-card major and get my bid in now. I want the lead of a heart. And now, South cannot bid 1 spade. A free bid at the 1 level over a heart guarantees a 5-card suit. That is why we use the negative double, everybody. I've got 4 spades. I have 6 points or more. Pass by West. You've only got 4 points. And now let's look at the North hand. You're supposed to bid the limit of your hand. You have 18 high card points and a singleton ace. That singleton ace is worth 7 points. 4 for the ace and 3 for a singleton. And you've got to make sure you bid again. Why? Because your partner showed 6 points. You have 18 and 3 for a singleton is 21 and 6 is 27. You bid 4 spades. Not 2, not 3, but 4. Make sure you get to game. Make sure you get to game. All right?
And this time you know they have spades because the hearts were already bid.
Correct. They guarantee 4 spades. Because if they had 5, you'd bid 1 spade. So the double guarantees 4 spades. And now what's going to happen on this hand? What is going to be the opening lead on this hand? The ace of diamonds. I don't want to lead from king, jack, 10 of hearts. My partner never supported my hearts. So I'm going to lead the ace from a doubleton just to look at the dummy. And now we look at the hand together. We're in a 4-4 fit. In the diamond suit, we have one loser. Just one. The ace. In the club suit, we may have 1 or 2. In the hearts, we've got none. We have the bare ace. And everything depends on the spade suit. So let's play together and watch. Partner gives you the 3. Partner does not like diamonds. But you're not playing anything else. You're playing another diamond. And we're going to win the king in our hand. Keep the queen as an entry. You need the entries. Now we need to draw trumps. And it's your duty to play for a 3-2 break. And you want the hand that bid hearts to have the king of spades, but we're not sure who's got the king of spades. So we play the ace to the other one. Now we play towards the queen 10. And this is the time you play as quickly and as smoothly as possible. If you put up the king, they're going to lose one trick. But now you have to decide, do I put up the king or do I put up the 10? And here you should definitely play low and let them go wrong. If the king didn't come up, maybe the king is on your right. So now you go for the 10. And now you're going to lose the jack. And you're going to lose the king. And that's not a very good situation. What are you going to come back? A diamond. Or a heart. Which would you come back? Well, partner's got to have the king of spades, because if you had the king of spades, you would have played it. So coming back a diamond's a waste of time. You either have to come back a heart, partner suits. I will come back a heart. And now they've got the master trump. So leave them with it. Let's play a diamond. And don't rough a diamond. There's no reason to rough a diamond. Because you'll make your king later anyway. If you rough a diamond, you don't know what to play. And now you've got to go for the clubs. Okay? You've got 3 clubs. Either to the 10 or to the queen. You have 2 choices. I like a deep finesse. I like to put in the 10. I've got 3 clubs here. And they're going to win the jack. Now you can play the king. And draw 2 trumps. With 1 trump. And now what are you coming back? Well, you don't want to play the king of hearts, because then the queen will become a trick. So you'll just come back a club. And that will make it really easy for you. And then the rest are yours. And you go down. You can't make the hand. You will make this hand if you play second hand high. Look what happens when you play second hand high. They will make it. And that's why when you see a queen 10 in dummy, I never want you flying in with the king, everybody. This is a very bad thing to do in defense. You must duck. You must duck. You must be smooth, quick. Don't let them see you hesitate. Let's go back to the play of the ace of spades and a little spade. If you fly in with that king of spades, they're going to make the hand. You must make them go wrong and let them play the 10 and let them think, where the other cards are. You played the ace, and now you play a little one towards the queen. If you put up the king, they make the hand. But by playing low, let them go wrong. They're not sure what to put up. They may put in the 9, which they will do. Looking for the jack, looking for the king. And that's how we do it, everybody. Any questions? Any questions? None? Everyone's happy. Everyone knows what we're doing? All right. Okay. Well, I'm happy to help you. If you want anything, just let me know. All right. So next week, Thursday, today is Tuesday. Thursday, we have another lesson. And I think the lesson is on second-hand low. I think it's second-hand low. I can't remember what we were doing. Has anyone got the program? Anyone know what it is? I'll tell you now. Anyone know what it is? Second-hand low? Does anyone have the program? Maybe. I'll have a look. I'll tell you right now what we have. Second-hand low. That's next week. And then I'm just preparing the last two, and I'm doing what people have asked me to do. So I'm going to be doing control bidding, which I've prepared already. Controls, cubits, to show you control hands that you don't go black-white with losers in your suits, in unbid suits. And also we're going to learn about preempts. I want to teach you all about preempts. Are there any other questions tonight before we close?
Then how long is the break?
Okay, go ahead.
How long is what break? Oh,
Break, you're not...
we usually break for July and we resume in August because we're running the nationals and the teachers convention in Toronto. I'm going to be there in Toronto, and Lynn's going to be there. Everyone's going to be in Toronto for the nationals.
Okay.
So we're going to have always break just for the month of July, and then we're going to start again in August.
Okay, thank you.
And what I'm doing for August, we're busy programming that together. I'm going to start on back to basics. I want to go back to the very basics. So for those who've not been here and they would like to start, I'm going to do back to basics. Okay?
Linda, one question. Could you look at hand 10?
Hand 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me share the screen quickly with you. Hand number 10. Sure. Let's get to number 10. I'm always happy to answer any more questions. Okay, I'm putting it up on the screen. Hold on a moment. There you go. It's coming up now.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what I wrote. My notes are wrong. I'm sorry.
It's not number 10?
It's not 10. I don't know what it is. My question was like a 12-point hand with a 5-card heart suit opening it in the first seat. But I don't know what the hand is, so this one doesn't illustrate it at all.
Oh, I know which hand it is. I did one already with a 5-card heart suit.
Uh-huh.
Someone asked me to do that hand. I'll tell you which hand it is. It's hand number 1, where the bidding's gone past, and you open a heart with a singleton spade.
Okay.
I think that's the hand. Hand number 1. We need to ruff with the short trumps in the dummy. If you don't ruff with the short trumps in dummy, you're not going to make the hand. It's hand number 1. Remember, we never ruff with long trumps. We only ruff with short trumps in the dummy. And this is the hand you may be talking about.
That's the hand I'm talking about. Yeah.
I do not open a weak 2 with 3 to a top honor in the other major. It's not my style.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to do it, that's up to you. I don't do it. I was taught in first and second seat that my weak 2s have got 2 honors, and I'm not allowed to have 3 to a top honor in the other major. We could lose the major fit, when we don't fit in the other major. So I would pass the hand. It will go pass, pass. This hand's going to open a heart. And now the West is going to make a takeout double. Because you cannot bid a no trump with only 2 hearts in your hand. You've got to be able to have at least 3 for a hold-up play. So it goes double, and now you've got 3 hearts with partner and a singleton. You've got 8 high card and a singleton. So I don't know what agreements you have. Some people bid 2, some people bid 3, some people play a convention. But I don't want to get in complicated. I want a simple bridge, and maybe you bid 3. And when I've got a singleton, I never stop short of game. I would go 4 hearts. And that's what I would do with a singleton. And that's where you should play him, 4 hearts.
Okay.
And you should leave the ace of clubs to look at dummy first. Always lead aces and tell partner where you live. When you see a singleton, you'll stop playing the suit. And now you can work it out. How many points are in this deck? If this hand opened and went to game, and that hand's got this, and you've got those points, partner's rated to have very little. So now you're going to switch to the king of spades. And it's very important that you take the ace with the singleton. And now we need to ruff 1 club, at least 1 club. We've got no diamonds if the diamonds break. I need my queen of hearts. I don't want to play the queen in case the singleton king comes up. I'm now going to play a little heart to the jack. And they're going to play the queen of spades. So you're quite happy. You're going to ruff it. Now it's your duty to ruff 1 club with the short trumps in dummy. I can't ruff the other club. I need that queen of hearts to draw trumps. So I'm prepared to play the queen of hearts. I need it. And now there's 1 heart left. I'm going to go to my hand. I'm not shortening myself with the ace of diamonds. Now they don't know, in this situation, they know for sure I don't have any more spades. Okay, they know I've got no spades. They're going to draw the last trump. And now you hope the diamonds break. You're at a 4-3 fit. You go for the diamonds, and then you give up the club in the end. And now you're going to make the hand. How's that? Once the diamonds break, you home. They don't break. If they don't break, you're not making it. You needed that queen of hearts. And now your last diamond's good. And you can play your last heart. And now you make 10 tricks. Any questions on this hand? Remember that singleton club is worth 3 extra points. So you have to make a decision how you want to bid the hand over a double. Any questions?
Linda, remind me of the point count and dummy points for
Dummy points, 3 for a singleton, 5 for a void, and 1 for a doubleton.
Okay, thank you. That's what I thought I had. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Any other question on this hand? If you open 2 spades, that's up to you. It's not my style. I don't say it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. If you want to do it, you can, but I was never coached that way. My partner told me, don't have 3 to a top honor in the other major, because partner can be void in your week 2 and you've lost the other major. And it happens to work on this hand. Okay, well, thanks so much. I'll see you on Thursday. I look forward to seeing you Thursday, and it's going to be second hand low, only low, if there's nothing higher in the dummy. I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.